Okay, so it's DIY time. Yay. Why do I sound like that? All right, hey guys. So I'm here today with a DIY. As y'all know, rubber slides are all the rage. Everyone's doing them from Gucci to Ferragamo to Chanel, etc. So today I wanted to DIY the Chanel chain slides. As you can see, I have the chain and I have the slides. And so, and I forgot one thing, glue. But yeah, so today that's the DIY we're going to be doing. It's going to be quick and easy and simple. At least in my mind it's going to be, so I hope that it translates that way. So we're just going to jump right in. I got these slides from Walmart. They were $5.96. This E6000 glue you can get from Michaels. Whenever you go to Michaels, always look for their 50% off coupon. If they don't have the 50%, they also do a 40%. It makes everything so much cheaper. And then I got this chain from my local fabric store. And then I have some pins, but really it's the needle that I have in my little cushion, and some thread. So that's all you're gonna need to get this going. We're gonna jump right in. All right, guys. So the first thing you wanna do is measure out your length of chain. So since our slides are rubber, we can easily take our straight pins and pin straight into the slide. So I'm going to start by actually pinning down the very end of the chain into the slide, because that's going to give me an anchor point. Then I'm going to take the chain across the slide, and I'm actually, from this point on, I'm not pinning into the chain. I'm actually placing the pin and then wrapping the chain around the pin, so that way when I get down to the end I can unravel the chain and I still have my pins in place. And you'll see why I do this in a second. Okay, so now I see exactly how much chain I need, and I know that I have enough. And now I'm just going to unravel the chain, and as you'll see, my straight pins are still in place. So now when I go to glue it down, I already know exactly how far across to go, and it's just going to make the process a whole lot easier. Okay, so now that we know our placement, I'm going to take a generous amount of the E6000 and I'm putting a bead of it straight across the top of the slide. This is where I'm going to lay my chain. Definitely make sure you do this in a well-ventilated area. This glue is very strong smelling. I do not want you killing any brain cells over these little DIY slides, y'all. Okay, so now I'm just making sure I have my placement right, because this glue can easily get everywhere, and I only want the glue to touch the chain where I plan on laying it down. I don't want the glue to get all over the chain. So I'm laying the chain down. Then when I get to the end, I'm taking that pin that's right there by my fingers, and I'm gonna pull it out. You'll see in a second. And I'm actually gonna pin the chain in place. This is not a fast drying glue. It does take 24 hours to set, but once it's set, this thing ain't going nowhere. So as you can see, this was the point of me leaving my pins in place, so that way I know exactly where I'm gluing to, how far over, etc., etc. So I'm laying another bead of glue. I'm just going to repeat this process all the way down. It's super simple. I'm going to be quiet now and just let you watch it if that's how you learn better. Yeah, so just do this all the way down. Okay, so our chain is completely glued down now. And for safe measure, I'm going to also tack down the ends with some thread because I am super hard on shoes. I don't know how or why, y'all, but I can kill a pair of shoes super easy. I'm just rough. I'm just rough. My feet are rough on shoes. So just to be sure that I'm not rocking these slides and I got some chains popping off or doing something crazy, I am taking my needle and thread. I'm taking a very big needle and thread, and I'm just going to sew down the very ends of the chain, so that way I don't have to worry about it popping up at all. And this part's easy. You just send the needle through the slide out of the other side and pull it back through. I am using pliers, as you can see, because the rubber is thick, so pulling the needle through is a little bit hard. And plus getting your hand in between the slide, like where your foot goes, it's a tight fit. So I'm just using not the tweezers, the pliers, y'all, just to make the process quicker and easier. But this part is easy. I just go all the way down, and then I'm going to go back up to where I began and knot it off. Super simple, straight to the point. All right, so now your chain is completely secure. You're just gonna cut off that excess bit of chain there, and that's it. I appreciate you guys tuning in to my DIY. Comment below, please like, share, and subscribe. And if there's any other DIYs you would like to see, drop them in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to try to do a video on your request. I'm also thinking about doing a DIY inspired by the Rihanna Puma slides with the satin tie on it, and also some denim DIYs. So definitely stay tuned. Bye.